Hello all you beautiful people on YouTube, whether you're a console gamer or a PC gamer, I do not care. Thank you for watching this video and I really hope you enjoy. Let me start off by saying I mean to cause no arguments at all, but I know they will happen, so please leave your debates in the comments down below. Keep the likes and dislikes fairly, don't just dislike the video because you don't like either console or PC, that's a bit unfair. But if you're going to debate, please have strong arguments instead of just saying console, the Xbox is better because I like it. If you're going to cause an argument, make it a debate, make it technical. And just a quick note about the gameplay, this is Battlefield 3. I've got quite bored of Battlefield 4 at the moment, so I'm going back to play. It's not about the gameplay anyway, really. So this is Team Deathmatch, and I know I'm not good at Battlefield. You don't need to remind me in the comments. So without any further ado, let's get on to it. Now this is how I'm going to lay it out. I'm going to put the pros of the console, then I'm going to do the pros of the PC. And while I'm talking about each pro, I'm going to be explaining why they're better than the other machine. Now for some of these, they are opinion based, so don't feel like these are all facts. Hopefully you should be able to tell the difference between opinion and fact, but I will clarify if it's my opinion or if it's a fact. So the first system I'm going to be saying the pros for is indeed the console. Now the first argument I want to put forward about the console is that it has much better, undoubtedly better, sofa support and TV support. Now what this means, when you want to start gaming, you jump on your sofa, you turn on the Xbox, you start playing, or you get on the sofa, turn on the PS4 and start playing. Now the reason this is a pro with the console is because more frequently you don't see a lot of PC gamers hooking their PC up to their TV and then sitting on the sofa with the keyboard and mouse. It does happen, and I've done it a couple of times. I've got a wireless keyboard and mouse, sit on my bed, you know, hook up to the TV, I want to sit back and play Diablo or whatever I want to play. But the only reason this is more of a console benefit is because you get a wireless controller specially adapted to sit on a sofa with your mates laughing at you how bad you are at the game, but you're sitting on the sofa while doing it. You're chilling out, you're watching TV, you're chilling out, sitting on the sofa. The PC doesn't really have this. Normally you would sit at a desk instead of a sofa. The second argument here is a joint thing of about 3 different things. The first one is LAN support, the second one is split screen, and the third one is 4 players. Now, all of these link together obviously, and they also link to the first argument about sofa support. When you get your mates round, you can tell them to bring their controllers, you can have your own controllers depending on how many controllers you have. You want to sit down with them on the sofa and play split screen, you want to play LAN, you know? You want to play FIFA with 2 people. If you don't like football, it doesn't really matter. You can play Left 4 Dead with 2 people. You can play Halo with 4 people. You can play Halo online with 4 different people. Can you do that on the PC? You can, but is it better on the console? Yes. Now, referring to the PC, if none of you did know that you can play split screen on a PC, there are a lot of games that actually allow it, but a lot of developers haven't done it themselves. For instance, Left 4 Dead 2, you can play split screen on a PC, but you need to hook up an Xbox controller to do that, and that requires third-party systems. I'm not going to get into how to connect an Xbox controller to a PC, that's irrelevant. But the fact is, you don't see a lot of people on the PC inviting their mates over to sit around a keyboard and play. It'll be kind of embarrassing if you're in front of them facing the monitor and they're like, when can we play? And you're like, hold on, you take the mouse, RWS and D. It only works on Surgeon Simulator, let's be honest. For the third argument here, it could spark a bit of debate, but I put controllers are designed for gaming. And it shouldn't really spark a debate, because yes, they are designed for gaming. A keyboard's designed for gaming, not exactly. They can be used for gaming. People think they're better for gaming. Are they meant for gaming? No. Controllers are meant for gaming. You get up your Xbox 360 wireless controller, specially designed to fit your hands and play a game. On the PC, you know, it's fine. I like gaming on the PC. WSD is fine with me, but it isn't meant for gaming. Now, the mouse and keyboard have been adapted to be better for gaming. For instance, mechanical keyboards are, you know, better for faster typing, faster gaming, and you could get Razer mice and rats and stuff like that to have sensitivity to make it better for gaming. But the general keyboard and mouse that most gamers will have isn't actually designed for gaming. Now, whether this is a bad thing, it doesn't really matter, because even though the keyboard and mouse aren't designed for gaming, they're easily being used for gaming. So this pro of a console that controllers are designed for gaming could be a good thing, but it could be irrelevant completely. The fourth argument here is getting a bit more hardware specific, but I put the console is built ready to be played. Now, an Xbox or a PS4, you go into Game, GameStop, Amazon, wherever you live in the world, whatever shop it's called, you go into that shop, you go to the counter, you pay for an Xbox, 400 quid or whatever, you come home, you play it. Now, this can work easily with the PC as well. You can go into a shop, buy a PC and start going home and playing it, but if you want to make the most out of a gaming PC, you're going to want to build it yourself. Now, you can go into a shop and buy every piece of hardware and then put it all together at home and start playing it, but is it as easy? No. Is it built ready to play a gaming PC that you're going to build? Obviously not, if you're going to build it. But I put it as a pro of a console because a lot of gamers just want to have a games console. They don't want to have to build it themselves. And if you're going to max out graphics on a PC and make it budget friendly, you're going to want to build it yourself. For that reason, built and ready to be played is a pro of a console. For the fifth argument on this list, it is you can play any Xbox One or PS4 game on the Xbox One or PS4. Any game at all. You can just sit down, play that game. It doesn't matter what game comes out, as long as it's due for that console, you can play it. Now, for a PC, you might have to go through a lot of hardware requirements to start playing a game. When they bring out a game on the PC, they might take the general average of what systems people have and develop that game design for that. But PC gaming is so big that they can't make a game specially designed for one PC because they're all unique. Now, this could be, I suppose this could be a benefit of both of them, but what I'm saying is you could not be able to play a PC game. Now, I picked up tons of Steam games across my life, and some of the ones back in the day when I didn't have this game PC that I have now, I couldn't actually play. I downloaded them and I was like, well shit, the FPS is 20. I cannot play this game. So I had to wait a year to be able to play the game. With the console, not that problem. You go into a shop, you pay 40 quid for a game, you bring it home, you play it. It's meant for your console. This argument hasn't come up a lot in these comparisons. For that reason, I'm including it in this video. And I came up with it the other day when I was thinking, there are quite a lot of unfair fights on the PC. Compared to the console, everybody has the same console. There are no unfair fights. If you suck at a game, you suck balls at it, apart from if somebody has a modded controller or a modded Xbox, but I'm not going to get into modding or hacking. But supposing everyone has exactly the same console and no mods or hacks, everybody's fight will be fair. They can practice at a game, they'll get better. On the PC, however, you can face these issues where your render distance might not be enough. Your gaming PC might not be good enough for a certain game for you to be good at it. I'm going to take something like PlanetSide because I know that has a render distance. If somebody's sniping you from over at the hill, they can see you very clearly if they've got an amazing gaming PC. You, however, you can't see them. If your gaming PC sucks, you turn the render distance so far down that you look at them and you can't see them. You have a disadvantage and they have an advantage over you. On the console, that doesn't happen. Or I'm gonna use the example of Minecraft that it has a render distance. If you have it at low, you can't build as well as other people. You're gonna suck. Now I'm going to move on to the pros of the PC or the cons of the console, depending on how you look at it. So for the first argument, I'm going to say that the PC has a lot more exclusives for that machine. You might not think it because a lot of consoles advertise their exclusives so much more than the PC that you kind of forget about all the exclusives. But here's a list of the amount of exclusives that is on the PC. Look at that list compared to the consoles. It's quite big, isn't it? Now, you might not even care about this because you might think the Xbox or the PS4 exclusives are better, and that's completely subjective. But the point is, it has a lot more exclusives on the PC. The next argument I'm putting forward here is a massive one in my opinion, and I think it's one of the biggest pros of the PC. is modding support. Now, modding support on the PC is a major part of the community. Think about it, Half-Life mods, or, you know, add-ons or mods of the game have become their own game. For instance, like, Left 4 Dead originated from other games, and so many more of my favourite games have come from mods of other games. Now on the console, you try and mod a game, you're going to get your ass banned. And for the next point, it is cheaper games. Cheaper games. If you're going to be a budget gamer, or a gamer that doesn't want to spend a lot of money, you're going to love the PC, because you go on Steam, they have a deal every single day. Literally. And if you haven't even heard of the winter sale yet, you're going to be in for a treat, because all of those AAA titles are discounted. I mean, even with Origin, I saw the other day Battlefield 4 was only 20 something quid. Now there are a lot of discounts on the console, and you're going to have to look on Amazon and things for that, but they're not as much as the PC. And if you haven't heard of the Humble Bundle, you can I picked up over 200 quid worth of games for $6. $6, which is in the UK about £3, £4 something. Now, can you pick up 200 quid worth of games on the console for a few dollars? No. No, you can't. And are the AAA titles on the console a lot more money? Yes, they are. If you aren't looking at Origin, shut up, phone. But Origin obviously charges about the same price. But a console exclusive title is a lot more than a PC exclusive title. This next point is also going to be about a cost. You don't have to pay for online in most cases. Now on the Xbox, if you want to play online, you're going to have to get Xbox Live, you're going to have to get PSN Network. Is it called PSN? PlayStation Network? It's PSN, it's PlayStation Network. Anyway, you don't have to pay for Steam Online. Now, obviously, if you look at stuff like World of Warcraft or anything like that, you do have to pay online fees. But if you got that game through Steam, you don't have to pay Steam online costs. All of my multiplayer games at the moment, I don't pay for. I mean, I do pay for. I pay them on Steam, but I don't pay monthly for them. Now on the Xbox, no matter what game I get that's online, I still have to pay that amount of quid each year or each month or whatever. So that's a big thing I think about the PC. There is a pro in the fact that you don't have to pay online costs for Steam or Origin. This next argument is quite a big one in my... Did I say arguments? Anyway, argument is quite a big one in my opinion. But the fact is, you don't have to pay as much to upgrade your system. On a console, when you want to play the new games that are no longer on your console, say you used to have a 360, and you want to play Titanfall on better graphics, you're going to have to buy a 400 quid new console to get an Xbox One to upgrade the graphics, or to get whatever benefits the Xbox One brings. However, on the PC, if you want to play the new games, you're going to have to only upgrade like a couple of components. If my R9 280X runs out and starts going below high graphics, then when the newest generation games come out, it starts going down to medium graphics, all I'm going to upgrade is the graphics card. I'm not going to need to upgrade the whole system because it's pointless. On a console, you're going to have to upgrade the whole system. No matter how much it costs, you're going to have to upgrade the whole system if you want the best games. Another great benefit that I don't see coming up in debates quite a lot is the fact that you don't only have one online system or online service. With the Xbox, you get Xbox Live. With the PS4, you get PSN. With the PC, you get Steam, you get Origin. Those are the only two I can think of. But the fact is, you don't need to only have one online system. Depending on what game you play, you have their online system. You might prefer Origin, fuck you. You might prefer Steam, good boy. The fact is, you don't only have one of them. That's why I'm including it on the pros. Another great thing about the PC is the storage space can be easily upgraded. Now, with an Xbox 360, a Xbox Original, a PS4, PS3, whatever Xbox console you have, the fact is, you get their storage device. You get how much storage is in that machine. You might not use it, and you might not think this point is relevant because you're never going to use that amount, but if you end up using that amount, you can't upgrade that. You have to delete stuff. With a PC, you put your hard drive in. Oh shit, I've run out of room on my hard drive. Let's stick another hard drive in. This one, I'll make it 2 terabytes. You think you're going to use up 2 terabytes? Fuck it, let's put another 2 terabyte hard drive in there. Whatever, you might get external ones, you might get SSDs, solid state drives for anyone who doesn't know that. But the fact is, you can upgrade that storage depending on how many games you want to download. I don't think a lot of people know this argument, but you can have a controller as well as a keyboard on your PC. There are many games that benefit a controller rather than a keyboard and mouse. For instance, I think, personally, that Assassin's Creed is better on a controller. I personally think that driving games are 100 times better on a controller. I also think GTA is probably better on a controller. The reason I say this is because with games that involve cars, you can hold down the trigger depending on how much you want the car to drive forward. With the keyboard, you press the go button and it goes at that speed. Now, the controller, you know, I've got a controller on my PC, I'm tapping the table right now, and that adapter allows me to connect my Xbox 360 or Xbox One controller to the PC. Then, I have a cable running up to my TV to sit back on my bed with all my mates playing on the TV. Now, I know a lot of my mates don't want to sit in front of a keyboard and mouse and play it like that. I know my girlfriend wants to play Worms with me whilst on a controller, have a controller each. It's a lot more flexible. When my friends aren't here, I prefer playing on the keyboard and mouse. Then I can stick my face on the keyboard and mouse, my hands on the keyboard and mouse, and start playing whatever game I want. It can be adapted to either way you want to play, depending on what day it is. You know, Monday I might want to play with a controller, Tuesday I might want to play with a keyboard and mouse. I might want to play with both for some reason, but it can happen. With a console, as far as I know, you can only play with the controller. Can the new generations play with the keyboard? No, they can't. No, they can't. Don't be stupid. They can only play with the controller. Now, a lot of console gamers like the controller, that's why they picked the console. But if a console gamer wants to play on the keyboard and mouse, they can't do that because it's not allowed. This next point, I'm going to assume that you have a fully working gaming computer and it can play all of the latest games. Now, if you have this point applies to you. You can play any PC game, depending on how old it is. I mean, not depending on how old it is. You can play any game. It doesn't matter how old it is. It doesn't matter how new it is. You can play any PC game. If you know where this is going, compared to the console, you can only play the Xbox One games on the Xbox One. The Xbox One, I'm quoting this, is not backwards compatible with any original Xbox or Xbox 360 game. They want you to buy their Xbox One games. Now, this might be due to the hardware or whatever. I'm not getting technical into this. But the fact is, you can't play your Xbox games, original Xbox games. You can't play your fucking Simpsons Hit and Run on your Xbox One. Can you play, I don't know, any PC game? Yes, you can. You can play any PC game on the PC. Assuming you've got a fully working gaming PC that can play all the latest games, you can play all the old games as well. It doesn't matter how old your computer is, you can still play them. For this next point, it is the fact that you can be unique. What case do you want? Get any case. You know, I don't fucking care. Get any case you want. Get any graphics card you want. Get any hard drive you want. Get anything you want. If you want to be budget friendly, get a budget case, budget graphics card, budget everything. If you want to go all out and play like, I don't know what's happened to my accent. If you want to go all out and play a £2,000 gaming computer, then fuck it, do what you want. Get a massive case, get an amazing graphics card, get all of that shit. You can be unique. You can pick colors, you can pick, I'm going into software now, you can pick the customizability, what is that a word? But you can design your desktop, you can design your folders, you can put all of your games into one folder, all of your programs into another folder. You can be unique. You can be who you want to be. On a console, yeah, you can get a customized controller for fucking loads of money. I mean, I know some professional businesses charge like 100 quid for a professional made unique controller. But the fact is, you can't pick your components in a console. Now, you might not want to, you know? You might want to just get what you're given and play it. You don't really care what's inside it, and that's a reasonable debate. But what I'm saying is, you can choose the colours. I mean, you can have white and black and things like that if you got a 360. If you've got an Xbox One, you can pick the colours that they give you. I mean, you could put a vinyl over it, I suppose, but the fact is you can't actually change how the console looks without some proper technical stuff going down. With a PC, hop on Amazon, there's over 100 different cases to choose from. Anything. If you know where I'm going with this, you can be as unique as you want. I included this in another point, but I feel like it could be linked with other points in this. But the fact is that you can get a second-hand PC, take parts out of it, and put it in a new PC. With a console, you can't exactly rip open an Xbox 360, take the parts you want, and stick it into the Xbox One. I mean, why would you? The Xbox One's upgraded, right? But with my personal life, I had a PC that I got for Christmas. It wasn't a very good PC, and I'm not saying that you got me a good PC, Dad. Don't feel offended. But the fact is, it couldn't play games maxed. It couldn't do any of that shit. So when I decided to get a new PC, I noticed I didn't need to buy a processor. I didn't need to buy RAM. I didn't need to buy a hard drive. That means I saved about 300 quid. Then I could buy up to a 300 quid budget, which I set myself. That PC cost 600 quid altogether. Guess how much I spent on it? 300 quid. That means I saved a value of 300 quid. A console? You can't take parts out of the old one and put in a new one. Simple as that. Another pro with the PC that I just came up with, so sorry if the audio is a bit different or my voice sounds different because I'm in the editing process at the moment. But the next benefit I have in mind is the fact that you can play emulators on the PC. I can play Pokemon Red, I can play all of those Pokemon games, I can even play an Xbox game as an emulator on a PC. And a lot of different websites allow ROMs for free. I don't know what the legal status of that is. I don't really play emulators, but I know you can. You can just go on the internet, search up emulators, and play an Xbox game on a PC. You can't really do that the other way around. You can't play World of Warcraft on an Xbox. You can't play some of those kind of games on an Xbox because you can't just... It isn't compatible, you just can't do it. After a very full list of the differences, I've moved on to the one that will probably cause the most debate now. It's the fact that the PC has better graphics. Before you have a go at me, I'm not saying that it doesn't cost more to get better graphics. I'm saying, depending on how much you want to max out your gaming PC, you can beat the console. 400 quid console compared to a PC that is maxed out £2,000. Obviously the PC is going to have a much better graphics and, you know, much better FPS and things like that. A £400 console versus a £400 PC, I am not entitled to say that the PC can run it better. My opinion is, because I haven't done this, my opinion is that the PC, depending on if you got budget parts, if you got used parts, if you got all of that kind of rebated stuff, the PC gaming PC for £400 compared to the console for £400, the PC would be able to play better graphics. The reason I'm saying this is because I don't 100% know this for a fact. I haven't seen anybody do it, I haven't done it myself. But from my research, I've noticed that you can make a much better £400 budget PC. Was this list long? Fuck yeah, it was long. I hopefully didn't cause too much biased opinions on either side of the story. Depending on if you watch the whole video, you will probably think I was more valued to the PC. And that is probably only because I did the PC second, therefore you got the recent view. If you go back and watch the video and see what I said about the console, you might think I was more subjective about the console. I'm not going to say which one I play more, because that's irrelevant. It doesn't matter if I play the console more or the PC more. What I'm saying is they're both good machines. Depending on which one you pick, hopefully this list helped you. I think the overall pros of the console are as listed: sofa support and LAN support. They're the main things that I would look for when buying a console. You might look at the controller, fuck that, I don't care what anyone else looks at. My opinion is that the sofa support and LAN support is better in my opinion. If you were to pick a PC, the pros of the PC that I would say is it's cheaper, the games are cheaper, the modding support is amazing, and you can be as unique as you want. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like. And if you want to start a debate in the comments, I don't mind at all, but just don't be mean to each other and try and keep it as much of a technical argument as you can. I love debates and I love seeing them, but I don't like debates where it says, fuck you, Xbox is better. It's not true. There are pros to both of them. Thank you guys for watching, really hope you enjoyed. If you want to subscribe, please do so. You don't have to, but it's always nice. And if you made it to the end of this video, please leave in the comments the word Oreos to confuse the fuck out of people.